them. They're going to come up on the screen. They're going to introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about their startup and how the program was for them. So if we're ready, we can have them up on the screen.
I can see you're up on screen. You can speak now.
Okay, it's good afternoon, everyone. It's afternoon actually here, and I'm glad to be here to speak with a lot of people gathered here. So I'm Theophilus, and I happen to be the co-founder and the CTO for Chatbot Africa. So Chatbot Africa was started in 2021 around June, and there's been a lot of progress that we've seen till now, 2022. And should I talk about the progress that we've had so far? We've acquired about 58 to 60 additional chatbots currently. And in regards to our transactional value too, we've had about 389,000 USD. That's in terms of transactional value. And we are averaging around 5,102 monthly orders on our chatbots that we have deployed so far for our client. Develop our websites to draw more traffic and also allow usage in other countries. So we are not just based in Africa, just Ghana, but we are also out in Kenya. TechCabal has helped us with insightful sessions. So far, we've taken 2 sessions with TechCabal. That is the growth and marketing session. And also we've taken up the talent management, which has also helped us also done a lot more recruitment in Chatbots Africa, just to help us get a lot of numbers in terms of resources to help us also build out a lot of chatbots for our clients. We've also had a lot of help also helping us outline a lot of strategies to work to increase team productivity. Now I'll talk a little bit about our future plans. We are still in the journey of becoming a very big company, I should say. Our future 200 chatbots in the space in several industries, as the e-commerce industry, the real estate industry, the finance industry, and we are looking to expand more into other industries. We are also looking to secure a seed fundraising as part of our future plans. Aside that, too, we are looking.
Hi, my name is Wumi Akinshala, and I'm the founder of Fast Tracker. I launched the company in August 2020 on a on a variety of missions, but I think the primary one is to optimize African fashion brands and the African fashion industry through commerce and data. And we're doing this through B2B and B2C B2C channels. Our B2B channel includes our wholesale pipeline, in which we connect African fashion brands to global retailers, as well as our B2C channels, which include our mobile application as well as our e-commerce web-based platform. We're also filling the data gaps within the African apparel industry in order to improve intra-African trade. So some of the key achievements that we've launching our B2B pipeline, which I just mentioned, of which we facilitated over $100,000 worth of business in Africa at Commonwealth Head of Government meeting in Rwanda, representing Nigeria. So finally, I'll just give a little bit of an update on the TechCabal Inside Startup Program, which has been extremely insightful and extremely extremely useful information directly from mostly the TechCabal team on teachings like branding, marketing, funding, talent management, and it's real life teachings because obviously, like I said, it's TechCabal team who are actually handling these advisory sessions, and so we're able to take these real life experiences and apply them to our own businesses, which allow for much better decision making. And there's been a lot of improvements within several aspects of the business because of this genuine support. And I just have to say that it's I think everyone can say and testify that TechCabal has a genuine interest in the development of the African ecosystem on the big things and on the little things. And I'm really honored to have been a part of this first cohort, and it's been extremely insightful and extremely useful. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Fikayo, we're just going to see a very brief presentation from TechCabal Insights, and we're going to have Fikayo come up and just speak to us, talk to us through that presentation. You good? Yeah, please. Thank you. It's not easy being on this stage.
Okay.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. I'm just waiting for the clicker. Okay. Yeah, so. Like you said, I'm Fikayo Edo, an analyst with TechCabal Insight. We are currently working on a buy now, pay later report, or BNPL as most people call it, and my job in the next couple of minutes is to share some of the insights we've found so far and try to see how that translates into a future for retail in Africa. But first, let's explore the current state of the buy now, pay later sector. With an estimated, the slide? Oh, thank you. With an estimated 7.1 billion market size and rising investor interest, for a nascent sector, BNPL in Africa is pretty huge. Also, when we consider that most of the startups in this sector are just about 4 to 5 years old, the business side, most of the founders we spoke to said their default rate is just about 6%, which is good. That means the customers are taking the goods and they are paying up. All of this growth is owing to a credit-starved African market. In the past, credit financing was either very tedious or too closed loop for the masses to access. For example, it would be so out of place to visit a commercial bank just because you want to get a loan facility to buy a smartphone. Essentially, what BNPL is doing is to democratize credit. And I understand we've abused the word democratize in the tech ecosystem. But what BNPL does, but that's what BNPL does. That's the power the sector wields. It gives every human access to easy credit. When we started the research, one of the first things we found, iPhone. If you pay up or if you do not pay up. For CredPal, the company runs creditworthiness check by leveraging data from credit bureaus in Nigeria. Once a merchant originates a sale, CreditPal runs the check, and the decision to grant the loan is made in minutes. CDK, on the other hand, has the initial KYC done. The company runs an U-type business model that requires the customer to pay 50% before ownership of the goods is taken. So the customer starts from the bottom of the hill with 0% paid, pays 50% at the top of the hill, takes ownership of the goods, and pays the remaining 50% down the hill. We've spoken with a number of BNPL founders on the continent, and they all swear by their models. Right? Therefore, if a product is perceived as an upgrade in the quality of life, it may not really fly with them. But if the product is an absolute need, when we benchmark it with countries like the US and the UK, that has a whole lot of their entire system is built around credit. Now, we also observe that these cultural ethos that has kept people from buying anyhow, right, as on one lender or the other, or one predatory lender or the other. But these companies won't be predatory if users actually read the terms and conditions and adhere by them. We have every reason to believe that this default trend can also extend into the buy now, pay later sector, even though most of the founders we've spoke with, and we spoke with a lot of them, we are not a merchant of data enables credit operators to how do I help my customers maintain their debt? Help ourselves. We become obligated to report credit history. This will help other credit companies know what ticket size of loans to give or whether or not to grant the loans at all. This is particularly important for tech startups because some credit startups do not leverage on